If Donald Trump wins another term in the White House, we really are going to be on the front lines fighting for protection of our democracy, for protection of women's access to abortion and IVF. That's something we have to pay a lot of attention to here in Massachusetts.
Hey, Katie, come on.
Hi, Senator. Thank you.
You bet.
I went to Cambridge to catch up with Senator Elizabeth Warren as she runs for a third term against Republican challenger John Deaton.
So this is where I spend a lot of my time when I'm back in Cambridge. Lots of phone calls. God, there are a lot of phone calls in this job.
She lives here with her husband Bruce Mann, their dog Bailey, an impressive collection of plants.
That is my dahlia that I am very proud of. Out there, you can see in the corner the lemon tree. I get 3 or 4 lemons a year.
Now, what do you do with the lemons? Do you cook with them?
No, they're actually horrible.
And a well-used bird feeder.
I have a cardinal pear and a blue jay pear and a bunch of little house sparrows. I actually think I'm better at my job because I have this that's just a little bit calming.
What would another 6 years of Senator Warren mean for Massachusetts?
That I'm in the fight. It's the greatest honor of a lifetime to be able to represent the people of Massachusetts in Washington. But there's so much more we need to do. 2 things I really want to focus hard on are universal child care, so our mamas and daddies can go to work. And we got to build more housing because that will help bring down costs.
Where can the federal government move on housing policy, given, we know the situation here in Massachusetts, there's a shortage, but when you look across the country, there's a variety of different situations.
So I have a great housing bill that goes straight to this question. Basically, what the federal government can do is it can say to communities that if you want to expand housing, we can be a good partner in that. We're not going to tell you how to do it, but if you're willing and want to have more housing in your area, federal government can offer money that will let you pay for the new elementary school you'll need or pay for the expanded water and sewer system that you'll need. It's a very collaborative approach, and it's the kind of thing that can work in an urban area like Boston, but also in a smaller town like Gardner.
We're obviously here in your home in Cambridge. I'm wondering, what piece of Cambridge would you pick up and take with you to DC when you're there, if you could?
Oh, probably Patty's Bar. It's a great place to go to just unwind. All kinds of people wander in and wander out, and they have my personal favorite, Michelob Ultra and bags of Dorito chips. What more could you ask for?
Red or blue Dorito bags?
Oh, I'm for red. This is where I keep all my family pictures here. Kids and grandkids and dogs and...
whole family.
Those are my 3 brothers. All 3 of my brothers served in the military. Most people think of me as, in the fight for family economics and consumer protection, and they're right. But an important part of what I've worked on while I've been in the Senate has been, I sit on the Senate Armed Services Committee. I fought to get that spot. And a big part of what I'm working on right now is about traumatic brain injury that comes from blast overpressure.
You think about your brothers as you're doing that type of work?
I think of it as a way to honor my brothers in their service.
And what do you do when you need to get away from it all?
Walk Fresh Pond with Bruce and Bailey. If you dress right, you can go to Fresh Pond in any weather. And fortunately, Bailey is an all-weather dog, so he is happy to be there no matter what's going on.
If there's a President Harris in the White House, I know you've been out on the campaign trail. Any interest in serving in a Harris administration?
Oh, listen, I'm loving serving in the Senate, and if we've got President Harris in the White House, knock on wood, and we've got Democratic control of the House and the Senate, then I can tell you exactly what will happen. Week 1, we're going to make Roe versus Wade law of the land everywhere. Week 2, we're going to turn around and pass the Voting Rights Act. Right to vote, right to get your vote counted, and anti-gerrymandering. And week 3, we're going to pass the PRO Act, which is going to give more people an opportunity to join a union if they want to, and that gives workers power.
It's a big agenda. So
it is a big agenda.
Full 6 years would you serve if reelected?
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. It's a big agenda, but for 2 years, when Joe Biden was president and we had Democratic control of the House and the Senate, we passed a big bill that put money down into our communities so that coming out of the pandemic, they didn't have to lay off teachers and firefighters and police officers. We then turned around and put money into a big infrastructure bill. Then we turned around and put in the money for the biggest climate package in the history of the world, paid for by my 15% minimum tax on these billionaire corporations. There's a lot of places on the front lines we have to fight, and a big part of how effective we would be will depend on whether or not we maintain Democratic control of the Senate. And that means we can't lose. Democrats cannot afford to lose a single Senate seat.
To hear more from both candidates in this race, watch the New England Public Media and GBH News debate between Warren and Deaton.